What if in the mid-60s, Ford decided to go deep into the world of rally racing? Well, that's the question that Steve Strope asked when he designed what we're about to show you. They probably would have grabbed the engine straight out of the winning INDYCAR program. They probably would have partnered with Martini to create the livery that's iconic, and they probably would have given you what is known as the legendary Martini Mustang. You guys, this is my friend Steve Strope, and this behind us is the Martini Mustang that I was sure I would never, ever, ever get to shoot. I'm so excited that we're finally here. Let's go through the mechanical stuff. Let's pop the hood, show the bizarre, bonkers.
So this is, as far as I know, the only street-going, road-legal, in a license-insured car. Go drive every day if you wanted to. This is a 1966 Ford Lotus 4-cam INDYCAR motor. Now you guys of our age, 50, 60 years old, older, will remember in 1966, Jim Clark, ace driver, drove a green INDYCAR, green. It had a bundle of, they called the bundle of snakes.
Yep.
Exhaust out the top and out the back. And that is the same motor. Later on, those motors got used by A.J. Foyt in sprint cars. And what they did was unbolt the cylinder heads. Now remember, the exhaust ports are up here. They unbolt them and just go like that. Now the exhaust ports are down on the bottom. So that's what we did, the same thing that A.J. Foyt did. All this magic is brought to you by Ed Pink Racing Engines.
Just so people that are watching really understand the depth of the rarity of this, this isn't a replica of, this isn't a recreation of.
This is the motor.
This engine ran in INDYCAR.
This did not run in Jim Clark's INDYCAR, but yes, this was an INDYCAR motor. That's what this was for, and developed for. Yes. This is an OG LMI stamped engine we bought from Ed Pink, and I'm oversimplifying, but he changed the cam profiles and changed the compression. And then we converted it from mechanical fuel injection to EFI, controlled by a computer. Other than that, you'll see there's no drive, no belts, no anything. There is now a pulley running a small alternator, because this actually had an alternator that was bolted onto the casting and ran off the timing gears, but it was massively underpowered for driving headlights and stuff like that.
Sure. What does this engine make power-wise?
Believe it or not a ton. Probably about 500 to 600. It'll do it at about 9,000 RPM.
9,000 RPM is where it's screened.
But it was running a very lightweight INDYCAR, and this car has tons of fiberglass. This isn't a super heavy car, and believe me, this car gets out of its own way.
I get it. And you guys got to remember this, right? The whole theme, the whole concept behind this car, everything you see here is what if Ford went deeper into rally racing.
Right. Ford did well when they first released the Mustang in 64.5. In October, they won a rally in Europe at the Tour de France, not the bicycle race.
Yeah.
And so I found that snippet and said, what if Ford said, hey, let's keep doing this? Now over there, they weren't allowed to call it a Mustang. It was called a T5.
Which is why this car is technically, even though we all call it the Martini Mustang, it's really labeled T5.
Yes, a T5R. So the parts bin, I said, if Ford would have done this in 66, they rated the Shelby GT350R parts bin, already had all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the underneath is a little more magical. The front and rear suspension is from Detroit Speed.
Okay.
But we built this car back in 2012. DSC stamps with a serial number all their cradles for these, and this is serial number 2.
Wow.
Number 1 is on their test mule.
Is it still the original subframe and unibody to the car?
No, this is an aluminum cross member. There's a decent amount of fabrication to put this in, but it is unbelievably stellar. And then the rears, they're Quadra-Link with a Ford 9-inch. And there's a million little details underneath this car. Like in the back, when you guys walk around, you'll see 2 little mesh openings in the rear roll pan.
Yeah.
The one is to let air through. There's actually an adjustable, how much air you get, cooler for the rear diff. On the other side behind the mesh is the backup light.
And these tubes here are feeding cool air
just into the engine. Over. Yep, they're coming off the front and just filling the engine bay with outside cool air.
That's dry sump?
Yes, this is a dry, well, it's an 66 INDYCAR motor, dry sump. There was lots of little things we had to do. The radiator, this houses the thermostat. We had to make this stuff work with this engine because it never came in a street car. It was not street friendly.
Sure.
You fired it up and ran around wide open.
I get it. Straight up manual brakes, I got
Yes, and Ford Mustang master cylinder.
What are the brakes on the car?
These are a set of nickel-plated Willwoods. When I brought this car to SEMA, I took 2 other cars, and this took the Ford Design Award. And all the cars that year I took have 15s or 16s. I wanted to look right.
Is that what these are, 16s on here?
16s,
yeah.
And that's an Avon. It's a slick with 2 rain grooves in it, so it's DOT approved.
I saw when he was turning that is,
So EVOD made these wheels for me. I wanted to copy that 4-spoke INDYCAR wheel.
Right.
And then it's got a really interesting gray, almost a purple hue, but not on purpose. It's just the coating we use, and it's a fine texture.
Well, and it very much looks like a magnesium wheel.
Yes, and that was the point.
Sure. True knockoffs?
Yeah. And then we did a light machine finish on the rim lip and on the barrel, again, to make it look like a manufactured wheel.
Yeah. Do you remember, other than 16, do you remember sizes of the wheels and tires? Or I know it's a long time ago for you, man.
Yeah, the rears are, if I remember right, they're probably 295s, and the fronts are probably like 235s. It fills it nice, and then the flares are steel, not huge, just enough. And the front, I was very, very proud because I actually got compliments from Peter Brock. And for you guys that don't know who Peter Brock is, he's the cat that designed the Shelby Daytona Coupe when he was in his 20s. And he's gone on record saying this. He never liked the Shelby GT350R nose without the bumper and that big opening.
Right.
If I remember right, Peter, hopefully I remember this right, he was doing design work for Ford over in Europe when they did that. So his new OVC stuff has a new front end.
Yeah.
And it's very much like this. And when he saw the car, he complimented, he goes, that is what I wanted to originally do. We obviously did the different fog and driving lights. These right here are from a Corvette. Oh no. But they're perfect little turn signals.
They are.
And then we countersunk the other lights in, and then the bigger dish lights, and that lower chin spoiler is actually a lightly modified 69 Mustang chin spoiler.
Oh, very cool, Steve.
Yep, and then just a mesh honeycomb on the grill, fiberglass
Again,
bumper.
all keeping with the theme of this car's rally racing.
Right. The aluminum frame GT350R windows that are plexi, so this is just a seatbelt thing that you pull up to raise the plexi window up.
Lightening it all up, right?
Yeah. And this area back here, the cast aluminum piece that this is now, this is just a piece of plexi with this trim. The piece that comes out of this to do that, like you can anchor a small boat for fishing with. So this is massively lightweight, the plexi, and obviously it's got the relief for the air pressure out the back.
Which is very much taken from the 350R. So that is that same, it is.
A ton of stuff on this car. Here's a shameless plug, is purchased from Tony Branda. He does reproduction parts for Cobras and 350R. So we raided his parts bin because that's stuff that Ford would have had laying around. And so again, Shelby.
God, that door's so light though, man.
Shelby 350R, this back piece. European taillights, because it's going to run in Europe. And little things around, like this hole underneath. This skin is aluminum. This was handmade.
The whole deck lid was handmade.
No, this is original Ford.
Got it. And then all this.
And then the skin's aluminum.
Got it. Yeah.
And then a drop-in cell. We took parts and pieces from the 350R fill. And then this, in its own sheath, that is the oil dipstick for the engine.
No kidding.
Because there is no dipstick in the engine. What this is you put it in the tank of the dry sump tank.
Oh my God. And then that lets you know where you're sitting oil-wise.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, dude.
So these little plugs, right? Those are holders, then you put them through here and it holds them in place.
And that's going to hold the lid in place.
And they're tethered so you never lose them.
To
2 batteries.
Smaller batteries.
Yep. At the time, we couldn't get batteries that really had enough juice, so we put 2 in. Now the newer ones will handle it. And they're just daisy chained together. But European, when you're racing way back when, having 2 batteries probably wasn't a bad idea.
Sure. You know, the other thing, just coming back around to it, is the way the engine's set. So your manifold, your exhaust manifold is down at the bottom of the engine, right?
So you just hand make headers. Yep.
So your headers, exhaust, all handmade, you guys in-house?
Yeah, flat oval, done by Aaron Cranford. He made the headers and the back to here, and using exhaust system from Spintech. Yeah, the flat oval stuff.
God, it's crazy the lightness of the
door.
It
doesn't weigh anything.
I mean,
I took this from Porsche. A little cable pull, and then you just stick your finger in here to close the door.
That's to close the door.
And there's a little rubber flap to seal it, and then...
Again, all stuff you would have done in a rally car to lighten it. Yeah.
But still a Ford-esque door panel.
Yeah.
The seats in the door were covered by Eric Thorson.
What are these seats from, Steve?
They're from a company called GT Classics out of Texas. They sell a whole bunch of different 60s and 70s looking race car bucket seats. I thought they were perfect for this car. That red knob at by your right hand adjusts your front to rear brake bias.
So you can adjust on the fly your bias.
And if you want a parking brake, you push on the brake and then you push that black button down and it line locks the rear caliper. That came from Dune Buggies.
I can't believe I'm geeking out that I'm sitting in this. I am.
So
you guys got to understand. We've had our channel since. We're coming up on 8 years of having the channel. This December will be 8 years since we dropped our first video. I've known Steve longer than that and always used to ask, but this car lived in Texas for years.
Yeah.
And it came here recently to the new owner, who I'm going to introduce you to shortly. So the idea that I'm finally sitting in, and at some point today, I'm going to go for a ride with Steve in this car.
There's a lot of memories for me, like all those warning lights.
Yeah.
And the different switchgear and all. I bought those on the lawn at Goodwood over in England. And then the clock and the chrono I got from a guy in Germany. And of course, to mount it, what would they use? Well, the radio block off delete plate for the 350R. And I handmade this. I remember making that insert, and instead of a whole dash pad, and the extremely heavy glove box door, eliminated that. Then it's got a little flashlight from the 60s, and I made this little dash.
That light's actually from the 60s, that flashlight?
Yeah. And then there's a light right there on the A pillar for
for the navigator.
Yeah. Yep.
To read from the dead pedal for him to keep himself planted.
Details, and then these are actually AC Cobra pedal pads and the AC Cobra throttle pedal.
It is.
Tony Branda, and then I made the dead pedal, and then the switch on the top is your high beam.
Oh my God, you actually left it there. Wow. And I'm noticing on the gauges, I see odometer, but they bring about the feel of Stuart Warner gauges.
They're perfect. They wanted to be involved with the car, and I said the font is like right on the money, so let's just run with it.
Yeah. And although you said it goes to $9,000, you said, is the rev limiter set at 7?
The original race motor will go to 9.9 plus, but with the change in the cam and the compression,
keep it safe.
Frank told me put the red line at like 7, and it's a happy little rever. It goes vroom vroom.
But it's even things like, I don't know, just funny to me to see Druck pressure, which is obvious, that's your oil pressure, right? But that's keeping with the European theming. I mean, deleting like any headliner, again, weight, right? You don't need the weight reduction.
And we redid the plastic pieces back here to fit over top of the tubs, because they're the mini tubs from Detroit Speed.
They are. And back half caged all the way back.
The cage goes down to the suspension tie-ins and then down to the intersection here at the rocker boxes. That is a re-pop of the Shelby. You could go buy it right now from Tony Branda. That's the 350R roll bar. Again, what they would have had in stock back then.
This is the other, given that it is the center of the car, but it's a centerpiece of not
rare.
Covering it with a beautiful boot.
I wanted to expose it. That is from a company called C&R. Don't call them, they don't have them. They made them, again, we built this car in 2012. So it's a transmission they developed around 2010, 2011 for the NASCAR. And they were extremely lightweight. They were mid 60s pounds, about 63, 65 pounds.
The whole transmission?
Yeah, the whole transmission.
Holy cow.
Walk around with it under your arm. And
and it's a 4-speed.
Yeah, and it's a NASCAR transmission.
Is it dog box? Like you don't have to lift? You don't have to clutch?
Have to, but when you do, it shifts like butter, but when it goes in, it goes
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Because it's all straight cut gears. I got it
when it goes in.
Yeah.
This is my favorite car that I got to do all of the expression I wanted to.
I just have to feel what it feels like to shift this. Oh, wow.
Yeah, very short.
Oh my God, look at the movement.
Yeah, that's why we left it exposed. We wanted you to watch everything happening. And then just a simple removable plate for maintenance.
So you can easily get to it to access everything.
Easy. Lightweight, simple, not a lot there, but there's a lot going on.
That's the funny part about this car is in a certain sense, it is very simple. And let's be honest, it is so far from simple, bro.
Oh yeah,
it is so far from, even your seating position.
Oh,
and
it's
I know
there's
a lot of thought put into this. This is a rally car.
Yeah,
I mean,
quick release wheel, Prototipo steering wheel from Momo, of course.
Yeah.
Just a straight tube piece that Flaming River made us with roller bearings in it. But it's a comfortable driving position, even for a seat that does not recline, because we made that shift around. If you put your hand at 1 o'clock around here, right?
No, it's right there. I mean, it's just right. I mean,
it's very natural because the shift throw is so short.
Yeah, I noticed that.
It is just natural, so easy to maneuver, driving and shifting at the same time. You don't have to flail your arms all over the place. It's very, very immediate.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna
go drive it, man.
We gotta go. We're gonna introduce you guys to Steve. Steve's the owner, caretaker of this car. Put a lot of time and energy into it in recent times because this car did sit for quite some time. He put so much love into it, it sounds like. I will tell you on
camera that I could not be more pleased with Steve owning it. He has an amazing collection of vintage race cars that he drives in anger on the track. So he understands this drivetrain and he understands how to maintain it and use it.
Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Kyle, come over here. You got to get a shot of this.
Oh my, oh my God.
That's what a geek you are for stuff, though, that you had those shoes made to match.
With the right number.
I mean, it's bonkers, dude.
And
I love...
Again, detail. The numbers on this car, if you close up on it, they're just like an original race car. You can see the brush strokes. They're hand brush painted, like a race car was back in the day. It's a really, really neat car, and again, one of my favorites that I've ever done as far as being expressive of things that I love.
It's one of my favorite customs of all time. I mean, I was saying to Kyle,
that's a big compliment.
I was saying to Kyle earlier that there's so many custom cars when you think about the history of customs. Once in a great while, a custom car does become a true legend. This is one of those cars. I know you built it, so it's hard for you to quite see it this way. It's not just a great custom, it truly does become a legendary car.
I think Hammer did this
too. This car's there, Hammer's there. I mean, look, Eleanor, right, from the movie, that's a legend. It went beyond just being a custom car. It became a living legend. The Unicorn, another Mustang, became a living legend.
Yep,
you know,
agreed.
I think it's a very rare breed.
To be lumped in with that is a huge honor. I mean, I love the car and I built it
100%
for the owner and to express myself, and he allowed me to.
Yeah.
And so that's how I see the car, right? It's always been well received, and thanks for the opportunity. I hope you guys enjoy it. They're gonna go out and go roll around and ask like misfits.
We're gonna go give it a rip. Well, you're not getting all that mechanical noise up front here.
Not so much, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it really sounds like something's wrong.
Yeah, like a bunch of ball bearings.
Yeah.
Gearbox really noisy.
Yeah.
Straight cut dog box.
Is this the kind where if you wanted under load, you could shift without clutching?
Not under load. You have to lift momentarily.
Got it.
Depends what's happening, but generally when you're racing, it's a racing box. You yank it into gear, no clutch.
No clutch.
You just
lift.
lift.
You lift.
Shift.
Yeah. Man, these seats really are not bad at all.
They are comfortable, actually.
I mean, given that it's a fixed back seat, it's not bad at all.
does not like to run at low RPM.
It wants to be in it, yeah. Oh my God, the sounds are so good in here, man. Yeah, you can tell this whole thing, it wants to be on and the whole time. You can tell.
You have to have an attitude about it when you drive it.
Yeah. But does it stay running cool?
Usually it runs cold.
Really? You're sitting at 130, it's got to be 85
well,
degrees.
it'll come up when the oil temp comes up.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll increase it.
How many miles have you put on since you've owned it?
150.
Not much yet, huh? Yeah.
It had about 50 miles on it when I got it.
Wow, that's tragic. God.
And it showed because everything was really messed up.
Yeah. That's your turn signal down there? Yeah. I can't believe I'm finally riding in this car.
Yeah, it's great. It's glad you guys were able to come out and do it.
Oh yeah, and I'm so glad we're doing it at your house, Steve. Really perfect. Well, there must be a ton of thumbs ups with this car, huh?
It's kind of where it purrs at 3,000. They're only going 60.
Yeah, yeah. I love Steve's commitment to go deep enough to put a flashlight from the 60s. I mean, this is awesome for the Rally and the Navigator. So cool. I can see how this is one you take out for an hour or two and you're done.
I gotta prepare for it. Like, you know.
Yeah. Over here like a little kid, I can't stop smiling. Boy, does it just sound incredible as it comes up. I mean, and you haven't even really gone far. You're like a little over $4,000.
I haven't gotten on it at all.
Yeah.
Just barely touched it. The clutch made a huge difference, the organic clutch.
Steve was saying it had a full race clutch in before.
So
is it like on-off kind of?
Yes.
Yeah.
This you can feather it.
Yeah. Which you need to do for street driving. Boy, the harshness of those shifts would just never get boring.
after it's been bored and stroked.
That's actually crazy when you think about it, and you're producing in the 500 horsepower range.
It's more like 4 1/4 maybe.
Okay.
Not quite 5. Not in this trim, which is really pretty good for 10.5 to 1.
Yeah.
And the cams have been all redone.
Yeah.
But if you stomp on it, usually going about 10 to 15 miles, it lights up the back tires.
Does it really? Yeah. Wow. Boy, it really digs in though, doesn't it?
The suspension on this car is
really nice.
It's set up just like a race car. I mean, I drive it pretty much like I drive a race car. At least there.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm a fairly conservative driver normally.
Of course, I don't blame. Well, most race car drivers are.
Yeah.
When they're in a public setting, of course you are.
It runs well. I'd like to take it to like Laguna.
Oh my gosh, would that be a blast?
I'm really familiar with that track. You heard the rev limiter kick in.
I heard it.
Yeah. That was 100, over 100.
I tell you, when you're up in it, It sounds like a NASCAR to me. Yeah. Well, you can't tell me that doesn't sound like an old NASCAR. Well, I'm glad we're able to help you get out and enjoy your car a bit.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. I mean, I know you're a busy guy. I appreciate this.
Not too busy for this.
Yeah. Woohoo! I tell you, it's stiff, but every time we hit bumps, it doesn't seem like it gets upset at all.
This Detroit speed is really good shit.
Yeah, it is.
You want to drive it?
I would love to. I would love to. Hey, you guys, pull over for a second. Pull over. Wow, Steve, thank you. I'm gonna get to drive Martini.
Yeah, it's pretty different.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Wow, this is wild, Steve.
Yeah, it takes a little getting used to. Once you're cruising along,
yeah.
you're the only other guy that's driven this car.
Wow, thank you so much. This is such a joy, man. Wow, I just can't.
So what do you think? Kind of
just, right? It's everything I expect it to be, is the truth. It really is.
Well, that's great.
This is exactly what I expected this car to be. And getting to feel you take it up into the RPMs at speed, feeling how it eats all the bumps up. I mean, it's everything I expected this car would be. It's so wild how this car shuts down like that.
Well, you did great. Usually it's a hard car to drive. I wouldn't let anybody just do it, so.
Thank you so much. For years, I've dreamed of shooting this car. Literally years, I've been hoping and praying and finally gave up on it until Strope called me and said, The car lives in California now, and it lives in Southern California. And today, we finally got to do what I was hoping all along. I finally got to sit in and ultimately drive the legendary Martini Mustang. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this and understand just how special this one is. So massive thanks for hanging out, watching what we do, and you know, we got lots more to come. See you guys soon. Later, man.